Hi and welcome to my channel. So today I'll be starting a new series on things you must know in Power BI. And the first one is critically how to create like a menu pane that is going to be far more interactive in Power BI. In my last video I explained in detail on how to create the dashboard you're seeing on your screen, and right now I'm just going to be explaining how you can create a menu pane and how you can make sure your buttons interact with each other. So let's get right to it. So first things first, like I always tell you, we first of all have to start with our shapes and create something very beautiful with our shapes. Now, what you were seeing me do all along was to just change the shape color, edit the size, and you can see at the left pane or the right pane if you're facing your phone, but at the left pane if you're the other side, you can see the arrangement, the left side, sorry, not pane, the arrangement of how I was able to change the rectangle into a more very unique format. Also, you can see I tried adding some shadow. You can add shadow like a color overlay upon your sketch or whatever you're doing to make it stand out more and make it like pop out more. Now I added like a dark tone to it to make it much more pronounced in my designs. Now after that I moved straight into button creation. Now to create buttons is very simple. You first of all have to choose what you want to use that button to do. And for this particular project I just want to create a reset button, a button that when I click it, it takes me back to the original pane without a filter pane on it. Now you can see how I am arranging the particular location I want that thing to be, because it's good to be orderly. Now while creating this button, we can change the hover state, the press state, like when you click it and its default state. So the default state I went with is a dark state, the hover state was a white, and the press state was a white. Now moving on, what next I did was very unique. In Power BI, you can actually create your own custom buttons. Yes, your own custom buttons, where all you just need to do is to have a picture, and you can also create a hover state, a press state, and a default state using different pictures. And then in each of those states, you add the pictures to it in Power BI. All of this can easily be done in the format pane, where you just go scroll down, you can see the icons view, and then you click the icon, and then you just click custom, and after clicking custom you go straight into putting the picture that you want there for the default state, and then you do the same thing for the hover and the press state. It's really very simple. But due to simplicity, I was just going to just do a very simple menu pane that everybody will understand. And you can also accomplish this kind of menu pane using multi-card row, depending on if you actually have a column that you can use for buttons. You understand? So there's a button, there's also button slicers that you can use. There's a lot of things you can use to represent buttons, but what I'm going for here is something simple, so I can just show you how you can easily create your own type of buttons or your own menu pane. So I used the text box and the button I just created, button like feature, to just create a simple review column or row rather. And then I copied it, and then I started by changing the icon. It's very simple, into a customer or a user kind of white icon, and then I reduced the size, and boom, we have a user menu pane. Now the thing that makes this button work tremendously, and you can use them to make your dashboards way more dynamic, is bookmarks in Power BI. Now think of bookmarks as cameras, something that takes a picture of a particular state of your dashboard. So bookmark takes a particular state of your dashboard and turn it into action that you can use for your buttons. And that's just how it works. It doesn't get as simpler than that. So you use the bookmark to capture a particular state, like let's say how the dashboard looked without a menu pane, and then you insert that bookmark into like our reset buttons, and then whenever we click it, it automatically just erases the filter pane. And yeah, that's just how it works. As simple as that. And all of this is very seamless in Power BI, where if you open or click your buttons that you've created, you will see an action pane, and all you just need to do is to place the bookmark there that you've created to capture the place. To create bookmark, you will see a kind of book sign with a shape by the left hand side close to the selection pane, and is well arranged there. So that's just it. So here you can see me adding all the remaining icons to my menu pane to make sure it looks good and make sure it looks aligned. You know, like I popularly say, orderliness is one of the things you need to have whenever you want to do dashboards, or whenever you want to design or create anything. You must be orderly. You must make sure it looks good. Now, this is what I was able to come up with. This is me reducing the sizes so that it will fit really good. Now, you can now see how it looks before, and me preparing my bookmark right now. Now, bookmark is simply click that pane. You can see that pane that is being highlighted as our bookmark, and then after that you just type in the name. Click add bookmark, you type in the name. Now you can see the menu pane is not showing here because I had grouped all the features on it, and I have covered it, like removed the viewing feature from it. And you can see this is me turning on that viewing feature so that I can create my bookmark 2, so that the bookmark 2 will view how, like I said, it's taking a snapshot. So it is viewing the entire dashboard like this. Now, if I now apply that bookmark into my menu icon, and then I apply that first bookmark into my reset icon, we will definitely see a difference. And let's just watch and see how that happens. And as you can see, this is how our buttons will come to life. Me clicking the reset button and me applying the bookmark, and also doing the same thing for the menu button and applying the menu bookmark or menu button as I wrote there, and the moment of truth. So in Power BI, you use Control click to click your button, but in Microsoft Fabric, just click it. That's the beauty of Microsoft Fabric, is your published work goes to Microsoft Fabric. So I'm very grateful, and thank you for sticking to the end of this video.